Boom, boom, boom. Oh, hell yeah. Absolute hell to the freaking yes. The Detroit Red Wings are back, baby. And yes, I know. Lego, why are you going out there and making a video like this after just one win? All it took was one win, one game, for you to totally switch your tone and start talking about the Red Wings like this. That's all it took, one game? Oh, well, what kind of content creator are you? Well, here's the thing. Yesterday, the Detroit Red Wings ended up defeating the Anaheim Ducks 6-3, and this was a game that I honestly feel totally shifts the tone for this hockey team heading into the next few weeks. You know how we made videos earlier on in the month saying that, hey, even though the Red Wings have won some games, even though they have a good record, they are still in a position to actually get better because they had a low PDO number, and even though they were getting results, they still were getting more expected goals than actual goals, and things just weren't going their way despite the fact that they were winning games. It's a weird dichotomy when you break it down. Oh yeah, the team's winning, but they're actually not scoring as much as they probably should be based off of their results. And it's a weird collision of analytical, numbers-based analysis of hockey versus what the actual wins, losses, goals scored, and on-ice product looks like. But now, against the Anaheim Ducks in a 6-3 win, I feel like things have finally started to turn around for Stevie Y and his squad, and I just wanted to gush. Now, sure, I can probably say that part of the reason I'm even interested in gushing about the Red Wings in this way is because I have DeBrincat and Raymond in fantasy, and Alex DeBrincat absolutely popped off. Yeah, the guy hasn't scored a goal, let alone a point, in weeks. And now he's finally gone out there with a 3-point night, an absolute dagger of a game. He scored the game winner, he scored on the power play, he had 6 shots, he had 2 goals and an assist. He was one of the most productive players in fantasy in my league yesterday. And I have him. I also got Raymond too, so of course, that's awesome. Yeah, kind of needed the support, right? Because my guys in Montreal, Slavkovsky, Hudson, Demidov, they all stunk up the room. They didn't do anything. They got blown out 7-0. It's fun being a Canadiens fan, isn't it? But still, the Detroit Red Wings totally took it to the Anaheim Ducks despite the setbacks in yesterday's contest. In particular, John Gibson, who started yesterday's game and unfortunately got hurt. Of course he started yesterday's game. It was against Anaheim. It was his old team. Going out there and coming into Motown, there was an opportunity for Gibson to maybe strike some revenge against the only NHL team he had played for other than Detroit this season. And unfortunately, Gibson was not able to finish the hockey game. He played 40 minutes and that was it. He was out the rest of the time. He got sideswiped late in the second and he ended up falling, but he ended up sticking through with it till the end of the period before not starting in period number 3. Cam Talbot ultimately comes in and he seals the deal. He let in a goal, yes, that is true, but still, he was able to get the dub. But this is one of these situations where you watch the goals that went in, you watch just how things unfolded, and you really start to see how the PDO cycle comes and goes. Because yes, it's true, the Wings played a hard-fought game and they battled against an Anaheim team that's been very hot. Unfortunately, Anaheim's lost 2 games in a row now, thanks to Colorado and now Detroit. But you look at the goals that the Red Wings were scoring, you see a lot of goals from distance. I'm talking about Mo Seider just launching it from far out, and it beats everybody. I'm talking about Mo Seider just launching it from far out, and it gets tipped in front by DeBrincat. I'm talking about a shot that goes wide and rims around the boards in the offensive zone, only to be greeted by Axel Sandin-Pellikka at the right point, who just decides, you know what, I could send it back in deep. I can try to toss it in for the forward that's down low. I can center it out for the guy in the slot, maybe try to make a play there. Nah, screw it, I'm just gonna throw it towards the goal, and it goes in! These are the kinds of plays that we saw out of ASP in Sweden that, oddly enough, would work a lot for him. It's like, hey, you think about it, Sweden's ice surface is bigger, so there's more area to cover, there's more distance the puck has to go before it gets to the front of the goal. Like, how is Axel Sandin-Pellikka scoring all these goals from distance on SHL ice? Well, by that logic, on NHL ice, he should be a lot better, right? Well, that's what he's doing, and that's what he did yesterday. Say what you want about him getting benched, say what you want about him not doing well or being more suited for AHL Grand Rapids time at the moment. I mean, let's face it, if he goes down, what, you're going to run Jacob Bernard-Docker and Travis Hamonic on the right side in the NHL? Okay, let's try not to think about that for now. But Axel Sandin-Pellikka tossing pucks towards the goal from distance, it goes in. These are the types of plays that low PDO teams kind of need to start getting for themselves in order to get the results that the analytics say they should be able to get. And again, that's not even to discredit what the Wings had already been doing. I don't think, outside of a few games here and there, maybe the first game of the season and then a few on this losing stretch they had, there haven't been too many games where you could say, oh yeah, the Wings are totally lost, they're out of it, they're not good, they're this, they're that. Like, they've been a team that has shown up for a good chunk of the year, and they had the results to prove it. Now they're going out there and dominating top-tier teams in the NHL. And I'm going to say Anaheim's a top-tier team in the NHL right now, just by virtue of the fact that they're one of the top 4 teams in points. They're that good, and they just lost 2 in a row, which is why they're not at the very top anymore. The Anaheim Ducks, you saw the body language? Like, when Beckett's Sennecke got stripped by Dylan Larkin and they came in on a 2-on-0, look at Sennecke, just gliding back, not doing anything. He just let the play get away from him. That's a defeated team. And the Red Wings were able to get that out of the Anaheim Ducks. Say what you want about guys coming back. Oh yeah, Ryan Strome is back. Oh, Mikael Granlund is back. They were already so good, and now they're getting these extra guys. That doesn't matter. The Red Wings still found a way to win. And their goaltender got injured, too. Look at me going out there and talking a big game for the Detroit Red Wings just out of celebration for one hockey game and one win. But this is exactly what we were talking about. At some point, the PDO bender is gonna have to switch up on its head because a team can't stay that unlucky for that long. PDO is a calculation of save percentage plus shooting percentage, which essentially means that if you're in a low PDO ranking, means you're not getting many saves and the puck is not really going in when you're shooting it, which indicates bad luck. And despite the fact that the Detroit Red Wings were going out there earlier in the year and winning games and getting the results they wanted, they were one of the top teams in the NHL because of all their wins, they still had low PDO, and it's hard to sustain low PDO. Everybody, inevitably, regresses back to the middle point. High PDO is unsustainable, but so is low PDO, so Detroit, we knew it was a matter of time. And look at our guy, Patty Kane, going out there and getting himself points again. Ah, how cute is it that we can see him go out and actually get back up to point-per-game status. He's almost there. He's 1 point off. I did drop Kane in fantasy just because he was out for a while, and when he came back, he didn't score too many. The Wings didn't score too many, to be fair. So I was like, yeah, no, I'd rather use the roster spot for somebody else. Anyways, I might pick him up again next week, really. Like, he's still a free agent in my league. The guys that I'm playing with don't really add much. I'm number 1 in the league when it comes to ads because I love to stream. I love streaming, but either way, Steve Yzerman is finally getting rewarded. And I want you to let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. How do you feel about this stomping of Detroit versus the Anaheim Ducks? 6-3 on Thursday night. Thoughts in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed this video. And bye.